This video is going to serve as an introduction for anyone that's thinking about trying out a set of flatwound strings on their traditional electric guitar, whether that's a solid body or a semi-hollow. I'm hoping that this video is going to be relevant to you. And I'm going to do some jazz samples. Invariably, there's going to be someone that's looking to put flatwound strings on their Telecaster and use it for jazz. But I want to try and focus more on how we can use flatwound strings in a more conventional setting that you might find a guitar like this being used for. If you haven't heard of the guitarist Mark Spear, he's one of my favorite guitarists of all time. He's he's part of a trio, Khruangbin, and he plays flatwound strings on a Mexican Strat, and he gets some amazing tone out of that thing. He's got a totally unique style of playing. Definitely a guy to check out. But you can use flatwounds for more modern types of music. What I've got here is an Ibanez Talman TM302, and this is a Telecaster copy, semi-hollow. It was made for 1 year in 2017. It's not an expensive guitar. I think it was $400 when it came out, and I just have the stock pickups in it. They're a little bit microphonic, but they're really dynamic, and I like the pickups actually. And what we're going to be doing here is comparing a 12-gauge set of D'Addario nickel XL strings. They're about a week old. That's how I like round wound strings to be. And we're going to be comparing them to a set of D'Addario chromes, also 12-gauge. So they've both got the wound G string, and we're just going to be playing a couple of the same playing samples back to back, and you can listen and figure out how they contrast a little bit. I'm thinking I'm going to play with the amp controls. You know, I've got it set up right now for a good tone with round wounds. However, you know, in no situation would you ever be switching between two sets of strings and not touching the amp controls. So the idea of this video here is not to be a comparison between the strings so much as to be a comparison of the different types of tone you can get out of them. So we're going to be playing the Telecaster through a pedal board into my Mesa Boogie Express 25-watt amp, tube amp. It's a great sound. It's got a good, like, mildly overdriven clean tone, I guess you would call it, and then a really nice overdriven tone as well. And we're gonna be changing the EQ to match the flatwound strings. As I said, it's not a direct comparison between the two, where I'm not changing any other variables. I'm changing everything to hopefully get the best tone out of each set, and that's the idea. That's what you got to keep in mind as we go through this video. So, as I said, these are about a week old. That's where I like round wound strings to be. I don't really want to compare a set of brand new round wounds because that's not how I prefer to use them. But anyway, let's just get into the playing samples. And if you enjoy this video, if you find value in it, you can check out the links in the description. I get a small commission if you buy through Zounds, and that's just a way to support these string comparison videos that I've done a lot on my channel by now. So there it is. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know if you preferred the flatwounds or the roundwounds, or if you totally hated one of them. Think about what situation you might be using the flatwounds in, and if you haven't heard of Mark Spear, definitely a guitarist to check out. A great, amazing, unique player who uses exclusively flatwounds on his Strat. Thanks for checking out the video. Maybe hit the like button and the subscription button if you enjoyed it, and again, you can check out the strings at the links below. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.